Hello YouTube, we got I guess it's a 1982 Trans Am, Pontiac Trans Am, really cool old car with a dent on the door, well, kind of two dents. There's actually this long one right here, but this is the big one that we're going to do on camera right here. And it was, somebody had made some pushes that were bad, I'd say. So I tapped those down, broke that brow open a little bit. They made some bad pushes along this line, and this would be what we would call poor prior. You know, somebody that attempted to do the dents. They made some high spots up here. I don't know if you can see these, but I tapped them down, some high spots, and we'll get the rest of those out. Right now I'm basically just going to hand the camera up and start working on this dent. What I ended up doing with this older paint is I do get it warm a little bit to tap it down and to push it out. I only heat it for about a second, and then I feel how hot it's getting. Literally less than a second, and then go right back to it. Now that I feel it's getting up to about 70, I want it to really about 85 degrees, nice and warm. And obviously there's pinstripe underneath here that I don't want to melt. This has got a plastic piece right here that I don't want to melt. This stuff gets extremely hot, this heat gun. So we're going to be very careful with that. Get it up to a nice warm temperature. And then I'm going to get my number one tool in there. And to get it in easily, I'm just going to open the door. Don't know, can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to dial in and start at the top. And since I know right where I'm at, I'm basically just going to start sewing up this crease right off the bat. Actually, I might go down a little bit and just kind of get some of the meat of the dent out because it is a large area. So I'm going to come through the middle of it. There's a little triangle underneath the handle here. I'm going to push kind of hard on. And I am encountering the area that gets difficult to reach. So obviously the person that attempted this made about 4 or 5 incorrect pushes, found out that they couldn't get their tool to right where I'm at. Now I'm right down on the bottom edge, and I'm going to just sew up this crease from the bottom up. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm going to come up with some pretty sharp pushes through the middle of this dent. I know the paint's not going to crack because it's warm, and I know about how fast and far I can push before I gotta basically reheat it, which is where we're at now. I'm gonna give it a little bit of warmth. Look at that tight line through the middle of it, and then basically break it into a larger dent by tapping it down. It's kind of coming together. Get the hammer and tapper out and just basically hit the most tension spot, which is up here around this edge, which wasn't even my pushes. Honestly, it was somebody else's. We'll get up to where I started pushing. Get a little tight area there. Not even a crested push. Just a tight area because this had some funny little push lines in it. We'll get down to here. This is practically a show car. I mean, with the age and the condition that this car is in, we want to make it look as nice as possible. Excuse me. And now, just going to give it a little bit more heat before I go back in there and take out the rest of this low. I might even move my tool down to this area and try to get that little bit of low out. There we go. I can feel it starting to get warm. Obviously, if it's a freezing cold panel, I could sit there for about 2 seconds, but normally I don't leave the heat gun on for more than about a half a second to a second at a time. One flicker of it. I know it's just getting warmer. about a degree per flicker. I just keep on going up till I get it to about 80. And we're right about there. I can make all the pushes I want without worrying about cracking paint now. Get my number 1 tip in there, open up the door, slide it in nice and easy, close the door. Then, if you see, I can just basically draw a line through it and see right where I'm at. Go right down to kind of the center. I'm not on the tip of it, I'm in the center of it. I'm going to go right on that scuff that made the dent itself, or when the dent was made there was a scuff that was made also, and I'm basically going to use that scuff as the deepest point because obviously it was the deepest point, the place where it made a scuff in it. There we go, now it's starting to straighten out. Real strong, thick metal they used for this old car. Pushes that I'm making are very severe. I'll try to get a line through it. And you can see that it's tense, tight, right there, through the middle. So what I'm gonna do, make sure this isn't pushing against a window or anything. Is that. So now we're getting a little bit closer. I broke this middle part open. I'll take the camera and I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at here. This is my viewpoint on it. So I'm looking right into there. And I'm basically going to, you can see by the size of my finger how small this is becoming. I'm just going to get that last little bit right there and then run that line down.